Welcome to the 2020 Meet the Candidates Forum section of our website. I'd like to introduce Marcy Clapper. She is our Spencerport Board of Education clerk. She will be overseeing the proceedings as well as the Zoom logistics. My name is Lynette Seifer. I'm the communication specialist for the district as well as the Meet the Candidates facilitator for this. With us, we have Zach Miller, Board of Education candidate. And before we get started, I just want to go through a couple of the logistics that we're doing for each candidate. We're going to have a 2-minute introduction for the candidate to introduce themselves as well as a reason for running. Question 1 will be about top priorities for the candidate, and question 3 will be about any challenges you foresee facing the district and any ideas you have to resolve them. So with that, I will keep a 2-minute timer for each question. If we get toward the end of the time, I will hold up a red card to alert that time is up, just so that we have equal time for candidates. So with that, we will get started. Welcome, Zach Miller, and if you wouldn't mind just introducing yourself and the reason that you're running for the school board.
Great, thanks Lynette, and good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you're watching this video. I really appreciate your time and your interest in education and the district. I also am really surprised and excited that there's so many great candidates. I want to wish everyone good luck. I think it speaks volumes to the community and how much we value education. So my name is Zach Miller and currently work at a Fortune 50 technology company. My wife's an educator and I have 3 young sons, 2 of which are in Terry Taylor. And we've been greatly pleased with the education that we've received thus far in Spencerport. I think it's a great district. We moved here in 2018, and one of the primary reasons was because of the whole educational foundation and everything that was built. And, I think that I can bring a really unique perspective to the board. I've served on many different projects within the company that I work at. I went to a fairly large state university, University of Buffalo, so I know how to collaborate amongst many different types of people. I think that, the main reason that I want to serve on the board is to give back. And I fundamentally believe education is one of the greatest investments you can make, along with, living a healthy lifestyle. I would love to just contribute in any way I can. And being a board member, I believe that I could bring some innovative ideas. We could touch on some of those in the next question. And I really appreciate your support and consideration. Thank you.
So what are your top priorities as a board member? What would you advocate for?
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks, Lynette. So the top priority, the first one that's obviously come to the forefront has been health and safety. We're in very extraordinary times. So I think that we need some good common sense solutions. Definitely would look to make sure that we're instituting some best practices around health and safety while getting our student population back onto campus. I think that that's a top priority. So we should definitely look at the best and most innovative ideas around that. The second one would be the overall financial position, right? So the communities and many folks have been hit very hard by what's happened. I think we need to make sure that we have a strong financial foundation. I've done a lot of different budgeting. I kind of cut my teeth in the company that I work at in finance. So I've been through many budgeting processes. I know as a board member, I can bring a very in-depth and subject matter expertise in terms of budgeting processes. And the third one I think is we absolutely have to make sure that we continue. It's awesome that Spencerport is rated as one of the top places to work by the DNC, and I think attracting great teachers, great educators to the district would be continue to be a top priority, because the educators make the biggest difference in a young child, and not even a young child, in a teenager, right? I don't have those yet, but I will. And so, yeah, those would be my three things. Thanks, Lynette.
Thank you.
Mhm.
What are the two biggest challenges that you see facing the district, and what ideas would you have to overcome them?
Well, I'm gonna kind of just set the health one aside, and not aside, but I don't look. We're gonna get through the health challenges again. I think that there's going to be recommendations from the state. We'll have to follow CDC guidelines and things like that. But if things were normal, I would say the first one that I think we should really look at hard in the district, and we're starting to, would be some more early childhood education. I really, I grew up in a dairy farm in Albion, and it's just my parents drove home the importance of education. Not everyone values it the same way, but I do, and I think we could probably hit people that maybe don't have as much opportunity or as much affluence to get the type of resources that they need at a young age. So the first one I would really like to look at would be pre-K, and I know we're starting pilots there, and I think that's awesome, and I think there's probably room that we can make, more progress we can make. The second one, honestly, is diversity, right? And I work in a very diverse, workplace. I went to college that's very large, and I think we need to understand each other better and communicate on a personal level. So just teaching our young children, and just children in general, about how to respect each other, how to respect where people came from, different points of view, are things that we could continue to likely improve on. Those would be the two biggest things that I would touch on: early childhood education, and just helping with diversity, because I see a lot of conflict that could be avoided if people were a little bit more educated about things.
Great,
Thanks.
thank you. That's all we had. We are going to post these videos Tuesday night, May 26th, following the budget hearing.
Yeah.
So we appreciate your time today.
Thanks, Lynette. Thanks, Marcy.